Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
I am blessed by the best and living in success. How are you?
All of that again. Okay,
Blessed by the best and living in success.
we're live on my live stream right now. Are you okay with that? I'm gonna let you go in 5 minutes, I promise. But can you talk to me live right now?
Sure, I'm driving, but sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I want to ask you some basic questions. Then I'm going to have you listen to another interview that's only 5 minutes, and then we'll come back. I have a lot of questions, but I'm going to ask you just a couple, and we'll see what questions develop after you listen to the other interview. And that's what I like to do. I like to talk about talking. That's what swim is about, and you know that already. But I have a quick scenario to present, and once I present it, then I'm going to let you listen to the interview, and then we'll come back and discuss it. You okay with that?
I am. But
Okay.
I am always so appointments. I only have about 10 minutes.
Oh, it's not going to be. I'm going to let you go in 6. I promise, because I have something else to get on your case about. That's another story. But you ready? You ready for the scenario? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just say you and I talk. We talk a lot. Crazy scenario. I'm picking it out the air. And I tell you that I have a lot of Puerto Rican friends, that I visit Puerto Rico often, that I really like Puerto Rican food. I even speak some Spanish that sounds from the Puerto Rican dialect. I tell you that I think Puerto Rican girls are pretty, and I think, the scenery in Puerto Rico is also nice. And all I do is I talk about Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans and Puerto Rican culture, okay? I talk about it so much that you begin to think that I'm either Puerto Rican or I just love Puerto Ricans. Is it?
Okay.
Okay. So then one day you say, well, my friend Travis, he's Puerto Rican. And I say, wait, no, I'm not. And you say, well, based on what you tell me, you told me, you went to Puerto Rico. And I say, but listen, I am black. I am not Puerto Rican. But then you say, but you like Puerto Rican food and we talk all the time. And all you do is talk about Puerto Ricans and, you've been there so much and this and that. But I say, hey, listen, I am not Puerto Rican. I am black descendant of what I believe to be of African descent. So I'm not Puerto Rican. And then you say, okay, well, fine. And then you go on telling a story based on me being Puerto Rican. And I say, hey, wait, hold on. But I'm not Puerto Rican. And you tell me, well, I don't care that you're not Puerto Rican. I thought you were Puerto Rican, and that's how I'm going to keep trying. And I say, but wait, but I'm not Puerto Rican. Can you just change the story and say, well, I once believed you were Puerto Rican, and then you tell me absolutely not. I thought you were Puerto Rican, and based on what you presented to me, I thought you were Puerto Rican. But then I say I'm not Puerto Rican, and then you say, well, don't worry about it then, because what I say and what I believe is my truth. So don't worry about it. Let's let me just say what I'm gonna say, and then I say, well, no, I can't let you describe me or that way because I'm not Puerto Rican. And I don't know how we can continue a conversation if you are thinking that and you now know that I'm not, but you want to continue putting me in a Puerto Rican bag. Your thoughts about everything I just said. I know it's crazy, but I'm going to make a point. So stay with me. I am going somewhere. You have to trust me.
I recommend that we call people what they say they are. So if you say you're black, I'm going to call you black. If you say you're white, I don't know about that one, but
Right.
but if you say you're not Puerto Rican, then
What if
say,
how about this
okay.
one? Because you obviously know that I'm probably black based on what you see and what you know. Let me give you something more realistic. I went outlandish on purpose, and I'm glad you caught that. So we're going to reel it in a little bit. Let's just say I don't eat black beans and rice.
Okay.
And you tell me, well, yes, you do, because everything you say is around. But I say, listen, I know that's what you thought, and I know that's what I presented to you, but I'm clearing the air right now. I do not eat black beans and rice. And then you continue to say, well, it don't matter what you say. That's what I thought, and then that's how I'm going to see you, because that's what I believe, and that's what I believe in. And I say, well, you don't have to believe or you don't have to think anymore. You can know. So now give me your thoughts about that conversation. How do I continue having a conversation with you if that's your mode of operation or operandi, MO?
How do you continue having a conversation with
Yes,
me?
how do if you and I are not agreeing, the Bible says two can't walk unless they agree. I wish it had said two can't talk unless they agree. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be the first black man to rewrite the Bible. I know what he said, but what they meant was you can't walk or talk, you can't agree. So that's a point where we're probably not going to be able to have an intelligent or productive conversation. Would you agree?
I agree. You can have an intelligent conversation. However, you just have. I believe you can agree to disagree.
Hold on a second. Now you are really, I thought you were going to be my friend, and I know we're out of time, but you just now probably extended our conversation because I think that's an extreme oxymoron. Listen to me. I know people say it. I know it's a cliche, and I know it's burned inside of you. But here's some information that's going to at least, confirm that it's a cliche. And it is an oxymoron. Agreeing to disagree, I know what it means, but it can't make sense. You either agree or not agree. And agreeing to disagreeing is kind of like saying, I want to get in the pool, but I want to stay dry, a dry water. And I know maybe there's something, but agreeing to disagree is more an oxymoron or just a cliche. Does it really make sense?
It doesn't to me. However, I do believe that I've heard you even say it before.
Hold on. If you stop right there. If you heard me say it, it was a total misunderstanding, and I'm retracting it, asking you to forgive me. And I'm saying, because that is not a cliche or statement that I use. I would never say I'm going to agree to disagree with someone, and if someone says it, I will call it to their attention. It doesn't make logical sense. I know it's a cliche, and we say it, and we all know what we mean. But for today's class only, we're going to at least say it's an oxymoron, and it's not necessarily logical, and that it is a cliche. It's not really meant to mean that you can agree and disagree. It's just like you can say, hey, I want oil and water to mix. Agreeing and disagreeing doesn't mix. It's not really meant to mean that you can agree and disagree. It's just like you can say, hey, I want oil and water to mix. Agreeing and disagreeing doesn't mix. It's two different things.
I think what I'm saying is that we can still have a cordial conversation. And a lot of people use this term now, like you said, she said, this is my truth. So if she is agreeing that is her truth,
Okay, that's another saying. Hold on a second. Hold on. That's another saying. You just went right out of the frying pan into the fire. When a person says my truth, that's just like, that is equivalent to if I tell you that I am a black American and you tell me, well, based on what you said, my truth is that you're Puerto Rican. I have no Puerto Rican descendants. My DNA says I'm not. And I tell you that this is my mom and dad. They have no Puerto Rican, bloodlines. But you tell me that's your truth. What is the truth? Am I Puerto Rican or not?
if you don't have the bloodline, you're not Puerto Rican.
So the answer is, so when you tell me about your truth, why are we even having a conversation if the truth is I'm not?
Because to me, it's not worth an argument.
I know, but we agree with that. I'm not contesting that. I'm just saying, if you're saying it's, so then it doesn't make sense. So you're right. I agree. It's not worth the argument. So when you have a conversation with someone and all they talk about is their truth and they don't care about the truth, then we have to stop the conversation. That's just like when two people have different ways of seeing things. Instead of saying agree to disagree, let's just say, we can still be cordial towards each other, but we don't agree. Agreeing to disagree, I guess in passing, it means just to end a conversation or let it go. But two people still have different ways. We don't walk together or talk together unless we agree. So if we stop talking and we just say, a cliche, agree to disagree, it's an oxymoron. I think I've made my point, and I know you have to go. And that's all I'm going to say, because what you just said, agreeing to disagree, and I think it's something I don't say, and I think it creates more chaos and problems to try to think that that's logical and to talk about someone else's truth. Because there is something, I like to use my 3 points, universal principle, points of references, and law. There are certain things that are lawful that regardless of what your truth is, if it's against the law, it's against the law. There is a point of reference. If it is a social norm, to not do a certain thing, and you say, okay, I want to do it. You may be able to do it based on you, but you're going to be going against, family and cultural norms. And okay, that's considered outcast. And there are some principles. I don't care how much you want to stay in the air if you jump off the building. For the most part, based on, if you jump off the top of my house, you're going to fall. So you can say, well, my truth is that I'm going to fly. Well, I don't care how many times you do it, unless you show me you're still flying without a rocket booster or wings of some sort or some high wind, you are going against truth, facts, and evidence. Last question, and then I'm going to let you go. This is a quick one. All right. Is there a difference between an opinion and a fact? Yes or no?
Yes.
A big difference. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do with your car beeping. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to send you the link to the conversation that I want us to talk about. We're going to talk about that talking, and then we'll finish the conversation later. What you're going to do is you're going to listen, and you're just going to share with me anything that stands out, as it relates to your perspective of the tone of the conversation. And I do have permission, from the other guests to air, our conversation, so you're not listening in on something that was personal or private. So it's okay. So I'm going to send it to you. It's only about 6 or 7 minutes long at the most, but it's full of all kinds of good stuff. All right.
Okay.
Anything you want to say before we go?
I think that's just a very interesting question, and I think it is a very interesting conversation, because you're right, a lot of people have their own truth. So just something to think about.
Okay. Well, my truth is that I'm coming to your house tonight, and you're gonna make me dinner, and then you're gonna give me a pedicure, and you're gonna massage my feet. That's my truth. Are you gonna do that when I show up at 7:30? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Well, that's my truth. Now, which is the truth? What I said, or what's gonna happen?
What's going to happen?
Okay, well then that's the end of that. So for you to keep telling me about, well, some people have their truth. Well, there is something called the truth, and we can't make up our own truth just because we don't feel like something, So with that being said, I'm gonna let you go. Go do your thing, and we'll talk in a little bit. Okay.
All right. Sounds great. Bye-bye.
Okay, we're live now. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay. Oh boy, your voice just changed. You sound like all proper and proud when you know you're being recorded. Why can't you just talk like we talk?
Well, it's not you. It's just my personality. When certain things happen, I go into it's automatic. So it's probably not you. I don't know. You said it's official. What you want? Bitter black bitch. I got her.
God. We're live, right?
Well, you started it, Travis. You
I agree.
always
I
have
started
something to
it.
say about who I am.
I know,
you didn't like me being nice.
I did
you
like
only
you being
respond
nice.
to that.
I did. I like
Okay,
you being
fine.
nice.
Okay.
I just
all right.
wanna-
What do you want?
Do you
Tell me
know-
what you want, baby.
I'm
Tell me
asking
what
a
you
question. I'm just
Go
asking.
ahead.
You know we're live, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's as long as you know that.
Okay.
So, my excerpt. So we have probably exactly 7 minutes to go, starting exactly from now. What are your thoughts about what I shared with you? Because I'm going to air this. Of course, this is live on my live stream, so I'm going to get what I get. What are your thoughts? And we won't tell my audience what we're talking about. We'll just start talking about it, and I'll tell them at the end what we were talking about. So, what are your thoughts? Well, first of all, thanks for taking the time. This is what I call the. I know I'm cutting you off. This is called the proofread stage. So you're kind of assisting me in that with this portion, So go ahead. Your thoughts.
Well, it explains a lot about who you are, and when I say explain, not that I don't know who you are, but it explains why you feel the way you feel about Black women. I totally, like I said, I had an experience that was similar when I was in school, on down to the paddling and not feeling protected by my Black mother, like you felt unprotected, but still wanting to protect her. But just our interactions over the 700 million years that we've known each other, and how you have this thing about us as Black women, I see the origins. I mean, I think I always knew, but that particular story about wanting to protect somebody that you didn't feel protected by, and these are my words, I know you didn't say this, it explains to me why you have this thing about us. You might not think you have a thing about Black women, but you don't date us. And our interactions where you get to just be totally
Okay, stop for a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to edit that part because that's personal.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't.
But so what? It's just my opinion. You can say it's not true. Just say it's not true.
But it's not about whether it's true or not. I just don't want to discuss that with you on this particular segment. Yeah, I don't.
But so what? It's just my opinion. You can say it's not true. Just say it's not true.
But it's not about whether it's true or not. I just don't want to discuss that with you on this particular segment. So if you could refrain from my personal experience, especially like that, and you can do what you want. I'll just let you know when I think it's kind of getting off subject a little bit. So I'm going to edit that, and if you can't continue without talking about my personal life in that way, I'll just stop. Because to say I
just
don't
stop.
When you
you gave me the option. I don't censor what I'm talking about. I don't even know.
I know,
how
but
to
what
censor
makes you
it.
why?
When you
Why?
asking me
Okay,
a
hold on a
question about
second.
your
I have a
person-
question.
Because we're talking about you.
I know, but I have a question.
Yes.
Why? It's not true that I don't date you. I do date you. When you say you're talking about Black women.
Black women as a
I was
last
married
resort.
to 2 Black women. Well, that's not true. You're making a statement, and maybe that's what I was getting at.
And that's what you should say.
Okay, hold on. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm in the process of saying that maybe that's what I was getting at. When you first said it, it sounded and felt like something that was not accurate or true, and I wanted to initially cut it out, but I have the opportunity to say that what you're saying about me is not factual. I do date Black women, and I do like and love Black women. As a matter of fact, I was married twice, and that's personal, but I guess it just proves this point. So whatever you were saying, I just want to clear that up. That's not factual.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Well, you were at a point where you were saying why what I shared lends itself to this thing I have. I don't know what this thing is. Well, let me just ask you that.
Yeah,
Hold on. I want to ask you this thing. What is this thing?
Well, this thing where you don't date Black women.
Hold on a second. We just cleared. Hold on.
I know you cleared it up.
I know, but you're still saying it. Hold on. You're still saying it.
And I'm not, listen, so I'm not going to stop saying it because you don't. In my opinion, the stuff based on what you tell me in our interactions, I don't remember the last time you were in a relationship with a black woman. It's
I
been
know,
like
but that
years.
doesn't, hold on. That's still putting a lot of my personal business because you do know we're recording. That does not prove or that I don't date black women just because I haven't.
I'm not trying to prove it. I'm telling you about my
But you made a
interactions with you.
statement. You said I don't, but that's not true.
Well, to
and you're
me,
continuing
I
to
don't.
say it.
Hey, I don't know. It's not true. I
But
just know what you've
I'm
been doing for
telling
the
you
last
now,
10
though.
years.
But I'm telling
I
you.
don't care what. Listen, I don't care what you're saying about what you don't, because I'm going by what you told me. I don't know. Maybe you got 10 black over there, but that's not the information you share with me. And not just that, and the way that you talk about black women, me in particular, when we're alone in our conversations. And that I mean, I'm the type of black woman where I don't care, but your true feelings about what I believe you believe as a black man about black women come through, because we just have those type of candid conversations. Maybe you don't understand the stuff that you say, which I tried to talk about the other night, about when you talk about your intentions, and I'm like, let me tell you what it sounds like, believe subconsciously. Yeah, those things come out about how you feel about black women. So whether you love them or date them or not, I'm talking about our conversations about how you know how you talk to me. You don't have those
I
conversations.
know, but I'm trying to make one point that is taking us out of context of what you're saying.
It's not out of context. You're talking about an instance that changed you forever, and all I'm saying is that I can see the black mama, and how most black men, or I shouldn't even say most black men, sorry, most black men, but black men that I've encountered, you included, how instances like that where you felt unprotected by a black woman can shape and color how you treat them later on in life. And I'm sorry that ain't the story that you want to hear, but that's what I got out of it. And that's what you told me you wanted to know.
Right, but you must
what I
know,
got out of
okay,
it.
you have to let me speak at least a little bit. So what I'm saying is that was one incident, and that one incident doesn't shape my overall perspective of black
Well, that's
women.
what the hell you said, ain't it?
Well, no,
that's
it's
what
not
you said.
what I'm
it shaped
saying.
Your life.
Hold on, I'm saying right. It
First,
did.
no. Look, because listen, I don't have a whole lot of time, Travis. But what we're not going to do is ask me to speak on how I feel and think about something, and then try to tell me, well, that's not it, because
But that's
how
not
you
what
feel
you're
about
doing.
what I say, does it change
But that's
how
not,
I feel about what I read?
But that's not what you're doing. You're making statements that are not provable or factual about me, and I'm just trying to.
And welcome to life and interactions between people that think differently. That's what we do all day.
I know,
every day.
but you don't have to think when you can know. I'm telling you, and I have.
I don't believe. Well, I don't. Hey.
Well, then say that.
No
say then.
I have
okay,
no
then
proof.
why don't you say I believe
stop.
you don't? No, don't tell me to stop.
Proof.
Let me
I'm
make
trying to say.
I know,
well,
but.
I'm at work, and I'm trying to get something.
I know,
out
but I want
to.
So am I. So listen, we're taking up each other's time. I just have a question. Then, if you don't mind, if you could possibly say, "This is what I believe." Don't just make the statement about me. If it's what you believe, then say that.
Welcome to life and interactions between people that think differently. That's what we do all day.
I know, but you don't have to think when you can know. I'm telling you, and I have.
I don't believe. Well, I don't. Hey.
Well, then say that.
No
say then.
I have
okay,
no
then
proof.
why don't you say
no
I
stop,
believe
stop,
you
stop.
don't? No,
I
don't tell me to stop.
Proof.
Let me
I'm
make.
trying to say.
I know,
well,
but.
I'm at work, and I'm trying to get something.
I know,
out
but I want to. So am
I.
So listen, we're taking up each other's time. I just have a question. Then, if you don't mind, if you could possibly say, "This is what I believe." Don't just make the statement about me. If it's what you believe, then say that. Because if you say,
I'm pretty sure I said I believe that. I might not.
Well, I am positive
words,
you did. Had you said that, and if that's where you are now, hold on.
But what I said,
if that's where, if you're making a statement saying, "Okay, I believe you," I don't believe you date black women, then go ahead and finish what you're saying, because then that's not inaccurate or not true about me. It's just your
What
belief.
I said was, first of all, I'm not changing what the hell I said. What I
Well,
said.
you don't
based
have to
on what
change
you
it. I
share
just
with
want to
me.
recognize
Oh
that
my
it's
gosh.
it's not factual or applicable. It doesn't apply to me.
And
If
what
it's
I'm saying, and what I'm saying is that that's your opinion about what you do.
it's not an
The part of your
opinion.
life.
Hold on, that's
Let
not an
me
opinion.
finish. No. Let me finish. What I'm saying is based on who you've shown yourself to be to me. It is true. I'm not pulling it out of thin air. Now, if you kept the black woman loving side
Wait,
of
how
yourself
do
a
you?
secret, I
Where's
don't know
okay?
that.
Hold on.
I don't know that.
Slow down.
Based
I
on
have
who
to
you show-
interject. Listen. You made a point. Let me respond to the point. Where is the proof that I've shown that?
In your dating life that you share with me, who you've seen, who you've been dating over the past.
More like who I've been
keep it simple,
attracted to.
past
But go
5
ahead.
years.
Okay.
For the past 5 years, they have not been black women.
But that doesn't make. Hold on a second.
Let me finish.
Wait a minute. You just made a point.
Let me finish.
You can't finish.
No, that's not the only reason. And
I know. Well, let's address one at a time.
The way that you think about black
Hold
women
on a second.
and the things that you
but
say
that
to
doesn't
me
mean
about
I
black
don't
women.
date black women. That's not.
No, the fact that the people that you date, that you tell me about, not black. That's where I'm getting that from.
I know, but that doesn't mean I don't date black women. I'm telling you that I do. You just haven't seen it, or you don't.
You told me you don't even want me to say some of the stuff you said about black women because we're being recorded.
Well, I'm okay. Hold on a second.
Even
If you
just
know,
when you called me today, you called me a bitter black woman, and that's why I'm listening. And I know we play sometimes.
Wait, when did I call you a bitter black woman?
This morning, when you called before the
No.
call, you
Okay,
told me you didn't like
so
what
that's
I said
something
to
that
you
my
the
audience.
other
Hold
day.
on. That's something my audience didn't hear. So it was probably a joke between you and me, because to call you a bitter black woman would not be an insult. It's probably something I said that you've probably taken out of context, but it's okay. So let me do this and apologize. I don't mean to refer to you as a bitter black woman unless it's a joke.
That's the difference between you and I don't give a what you think about me, because that's your opinion and that's how you feel, and I will never discount your experience, because sometimes that is how you probably experience me. That's you that get in all your feelings about wanting people to be factual and accurate. Whatever the you say about me is true to you, and I'm not mad. You're still my brother. I still love you.
Do you
don't
know
have
the
to change
difference?
how you think about me.
Okay, what do you know the difference between factual and true? I'm not saying it because it's
I know
true.
that I know that all facts are opinions. That's what I know about a fact. There are no absolutes. That's you that need black and white. I know that it's whatever the somebody thinks.
What is the definition?
That's what I know.
Okay, what is the definition of fact?
I got no facts is what you believe. That's a fact. A belief is only a damn thought.
So
that you keep thinking.
the definition of fact is what?
I don't got no definition for fact because I don't give a f about it like that, Travis. You
obviously,
do.
and that explains why you're in your own world. So if you're saying if you
you're
don't know
in your own world too.
Okay, but I'm in a world.
I'm saying I don't care about Merriam-Webster and what they call
okay,
the
well,
fact.
listen, I recall this conversation before. If we don't, that's why. Okay,
we go through this all the time.
Okay,
we go through this all. You want
so
me
you
to,
don't care
you
about
want me to conform to some set of beliefs, and all I'm saying is that whatever you believe about me or anything else is really your truth. Because if somebody tells you something contrary to what you believe, you're either gonna.
One thing, listen, you can hold on. Could you not over talk? Why are you talking so much? Why can't I respond to something?
Why the hell did you call me and ask me to talk?
Because I wanted your opinion on something. Why did you agree to know that you are on the air and you're being like kind of, I don't even know what to call it, but I don't think you're being
because
balanced.
I'm at work and you're not under.
I know, but I said we only had a few minutes, but you started overtaking the conversation. You're louder and you're just over talking and out talking
loud.
me.
Remember, you said you always. Whatever,
I know, and then it's not that I'm just saying it. You are actually proving it not only to me but to the audience.
I never tried to disprove it. Listen, I'm
okay,
not trying
so
to
then
disprove
let me
it.
ask a question then. Hold on.
So
why are you just not? Why can't you just stop? I'm asking you to please. Okay, listen. That's not
what I want. I'm working. What?
May I ask a question before you go?
Yes, and please make it snappy, nappy.
Okay, you are admitting that you are loud and rude and uncooperative. Yes or no?
all the time when I'm on the phone with you, and you are the same way. Those are our conversations. You rude, you loud. And if I were any other Black woman, I would feel like you're disrespectful. You are just the only reason that you are pretending to be something other than that is because you're being recorded. When I tried to be what I thought you wanted me to be,
Okay, now I have two questions. Do you realize that?
Out.
Hold on. Do you realize you did not answer my question? That I just asked.
Yes, I did. And do you realize that? Yeah, yes, I am. Yes, I do. I realize that I am in character like we always are during our conversations. This is how you and I talk all the time. Yes, I'm rude, I'm loud, I'm all of those things. And not even in response. That's how we interact, you and I. Both of us rude, talk over each other, laugh, insult. That's kind of sort of like what friends do sometimes, Yes.
So you're saying you're only that way with me?
Yes, I've told you that on many, many occasions. That's how we interact. Told you that Sunday. I only interact like this with you, Travis. I've told you that many times.
So you're not generally loud and rude and disrespectful and uncooperative? Just with me?
Mostly with you. I don't want to make a blanket statement and say that I'm never like that with other people, but on average with you, because I talk to you more than anybody. So yes, definitely with you.
Is that because you're just playing, or is it because who you really are?
It's because I'm all of that. I'm all of these things. I'm ghetto. I'm professional. I'm all of those things.
There's something. It's like you're over talking and out talking me.
But let me answer the question.
But you're not. Hold on a second. God. You're giving me an explanation. I asked you a question, and I even said yes or no, and you've been going since then.
Well, that's the issue. You don't tell me how to answer my.
I didn't tell you.
That's why you did say yes or no.
Well,
I answer how I want to answer.
Okay, moving forward, I'm asking you for yes or no. If you don't,
and I'm not answering yes or no.
Okay,
I'm not answering yes or no.
Then there you go. That explains why it's going to be difficult. And maybe I'm seeing it. Maybe you're not being uncooperative, but if I make that request and you say you can't honor it, it just means we're just not on the same accord. And I think that's where this conversation is. We're kind of not in the same place where we can hear and understand each other. And I'm sure you think you understand me, and I think I understand you. But I'm comfortable. I appreciate your time. I think you've proven something, just like maybe, I don't know. I wish the conversation had gone differently. I'm not sure what I could have done to have gotten what I expected to get from you. But, the conversation went in a direction from a, audience perspective. You're right. When we're in private, there's certain things that I don't do. And that's because you are my friend and you're close. And for you to get in public and expose our personal interactions as public, I'm not saying it's bad or wrong, but it sends me a good message, because there are a lot of things that I do and say and that I share with you that I do not and would not want to be publicized. And that's why I trust you with a certain level of privacy. So with that being said, I think it's going to be not to my advantage to continue. And again, I appreciate it, and I'll take the responsibility for why it went this way. I wished I had known, or at least thought about it. I probably would have. So thank you. If you want to say something, go ahead. If not, then I appreciate it. Did I lose you? Hello? I don't know if you can hear me, but I was saying something and I said a lot before we got disconnected. We're still live and everything is still moving along as it was. So I don't know how much you heard, but I didn't want the phone to just go if you had something else to say, because as I said,
I told
before,
you I'm at work. I had an 11:30 call. I told you that. It was just want to make your point and try to feel like, I mean, I heard you. You said I disclosed personal stuff and something to that nature. And what I'm trying to figure out is that at what point in time have you ever not known me to say what's on my mind? And what did you think was going to be different? You asked me about a personal part of your life, and then you get on the call and say, but you went personal about my life. I'm on
Okay.
do you hear that? I'm on a call.
I
That's
know.
why I hung up, Travis. I'm at work. I got a job. Remember you said I pick cotton every day? I'm picking cotton.
All right.
Okay?
Thanks.
Hi, I'm here.